Now, for more on our top story, we're joined by David Lowe. He's a terrorism expert at Liverpool John Moores University in the UK. Thank you so much for your time, David. If you can just give us a little bit of a description for us in terms of some of the difficulties in controlling a violent situation in an enclosed space like a nightclub.
Well, we've seen, unfortunately, we've seen this on a couple of occasions now from the likes of the Bataclan Theatre in Paris and obviously what we witnessed in Orlando at the weekend. Once someone has gained access to a confined space like a nightclub and they've got an automatic assault rifle and I'm guessing a semi-automatic pistol, you can just see the havoc that they can wreak in a very, very short space of time.
I suppose gaining access is one thing. I mean, many people perhaps that have been to nightclubs around the world would have experienced metal detectors, X-rays, that sort of thing when they enter a club. How are nightclubs, how secure are some of the nightclubs in the States? And perhaps if you can give us an idea about how authorities can respond safely and to help evacuate people stuck in a violent attack such as this one.
Well, I think you're going to see, certainly in the US, even more increased security. And of course, don't forget, a lot of the private security in the US are armed anyway. But this shows you that on occasions like this, where someone is so determined to carry out an attack like we witnessed, that Omar Mateen carried out, how difficult it is to stop. But of course, one issue here, of course, is in the US is its access to firearms. You know, under their constitution, the right to bear arms. I suppose really I might be looking at through UK eyes here or European eyes, but it's astounding that it's not just this incident. We had San Bernardino, which was linked to terrorism, and other mass killings that were not terrorist related, all through the access to having the ability to purchase assault rifles. I mean, these are automatic assault rifles are built for military purposes, and yet some say they're used for hunting rifles. It just astounds me that really that the US just hasn't clamped down on this. I know President Obama, it's one of the things he's regretted during his presidency that he's not been able to take these steps, but I think the right to life is more important than the right to bear arms.
It seemed like many of the people in this particular situation were stuck inside the club for some time. Hostages were taken, and in the event of a large-scale attack like this, how can people get to a safe place?
Well, this is the difficulty, and I think maybe what we'll learn from this throughout the world is where you are in areas like soft targets, such as nightclubs, restaurants, theatres, cinemas, is looking perhaps security-wise a safe place to evacuate people and try and minimise the number of casualties. I think this is what we're learning from this now, because obviously, if it be a terrorist attack as well, we've seen the use of small arms. We saw it 12 months ago in Tunisia. We've seen it in Paris. And it stems really from Mumbai, where that terror effect came in. Relatively easy to plan and carry out with small arms, but look at the devastation it causes. So I think we're throughout the world, both at state level and within the private sector, they're going to have to reassess the security provisions they've got and look for these areas where they can put, herd people, if you like, to put them to a safe area.
Certainly something needs to be done. Okay, David, thank you very much for your time. That's David Lowe for us there in